The command deck of the Celestial Scythe was a silent monument to superior design. Its viewport framed the swirling blue and green marble of the human world below, a sight that typically filled the crew with predatory anticipation. Today, it was merely a target. The mission commander, a being of refined grace and chitinous elegance, observed the tactical displays. Her species, the Velt, had subdued 7 systems without a single fleet action. Their method was psychological, a weaponized telepathic pulse that rendered all higher thought into jagged, paralyzing fear. They called it the Dread. Her second officer approached, his antennae twitching with mild concern. The planetary scans remained consistent. A species of moderate technology, fractal governance, standard biological fear response. Their neural architecture is simple. The Dread will cascade through their populations within moments of activation. The commander allowed a soft, chiming laugh to escape her. Another simple harvest. Signal the fleet to assume broadcast positions. We will give them the courtesy of a warning. Open a channel to their major population centers. A holographic sphere flickered to life, projecting her image across the planet. She spoke, her voice a melody of absolute authority, amplified by 1 billion speakers. People of Earth, we are the Velt. Your world is now under our dominion. You will lay down your arms and await processing. Resistance is not merely futile. It is a path to profound suffering. We possess the power to unravel your very minds. You will watch, senseless with terror, as we reshape your world. This is not a war. It is an inevitability. She paused, letting the scale of their arrival sink in. Then, almost as an afterthought, she added a personal touch, her tone dripping with condescending amusement. A single, open channel flickered on her panel, a random hail from the planet's surface. She accepted it. Audio only. A human voice came through, calm and flat. This is Orbital Control 7. You are in violation of protected space. Power down your drives and submit to identification. The commander laughed. It was a bright, cruel sound. Orbital Control? Your defenses are inert. Your ships are drifting. Your leaders are trembling in the dark. You have no authority here. You should run human. Find a deep, dark hole to cower in. It might spare you the worst of the dread. There was a pause on the line. Then the voice returned, unchanged. You are mistaken. We are not running. Something in the utter lack of fear in that voice, the complete absence of the tremor she had come to expect, made a sliver of ice trace its way down her carapace. She muted the channel, her laughter dying. Activate the Dread. Full spectrum, now. The second officer tapped the command. A low, subharmonic thrum pulsed through the ship as the emitters fired. The wave, invisible and insidious, washed over the planet below. On the surface, every Velt sensor awaited the predictable cascade of biological signals spiking cortisol. Neural collapse. Panicked out the sensors remained quiet, and they began to show activity. But all wrong. Heart rates elevated, yes. Adrenaline spiked, certainly. But the neural patterns were not those of chaotic terror. They were coherent. Aggressively coherent. They were patterns of focused escalation. The commander stared at the data. This is impossible. Recalibrate and broadcast, again at maximum power. Before the order could be carried out, the human voice returned on the same channel, now carrying a weight that made the air in the command deck feel thick. You spoke of unraveling minds, the voice said. Of fear as a weapon. We know fear. We are born in it. We are shaped by it. We do not have the luxury of a dread. We have something else. We have a monster. And for thousands of years, we have kept it chained in the dark, deep in the mind of every man, woman, and child. We built civilizations to lock it away. We created laws to silence it. We cultivated peace to starve it. The commander felt a primal unease, a feeling her species had not needed to experience for millennia. "What are you saying?" "You did not broadcast fear to us," the human said, the words methodical and heavy. "You broadcast a key." On the main viewport, the tactical display erupted. The drifting human defense satellites did not power down. They reconfigured, their silvery hides sliding open to reveal cold, atomic lenses. From the dark side of the planet, engines flared to life, not with the gentle glow of fusion, but with the violent violet of brute force thrust. Ships not on any Velt registry, blocky and rugged and covered in weapon mounts, ascended on pillars of fire. "Your dread did not cripple us," the human voice continued. "It silenced the warden. It shattered the locks. You did not frighten the human. You frightened the thing the human keeps inside." The first Velt scout ship vanished in a flash of kinetic fire, ripped apart by a railgun slug from a human vessel that looked like a stripped-down ore hauler. The human ships did not fly in elegant formations. They swarmed. They moved with a terrifying, aggressive unpredictability, accepting hits that would cripple a Velt ship to close range and unleash barrages of missile and beam. On the planet, the Velt invasion shuttles meant not chaos, but a rising, organized fury. Ground defenses, hidden and hardened, opened fire. And the people on the streets below did not scream in mindless terror. They moved with a cold, collective purpose. Their faces were not contorted in panic, but set in grim, determined lines. The dread had not found fear. It had found a deeper, older layer, and had stripped away the thin veneer of civilization that kept it contained. The command deck of the Celestial Scythe was now a cacophony of damage reports and frantic shouts. The commander watched, her blood running cold in a way that had nothing to do with temperature. As her flawless fleet was methodically brawled into wreckage, the human channel was still open. The voice was waiting. "We do not fear the dark," it said, quiet and final. "We are the dark. And you just told us it was okay to come out." The commander finally found her voice, a shattered whisper to her second officer. "Full retreat. Signal the fleet. Get us out of this system." But it was too late. The blocky human command ship, trailing atmosphere and scorched metal, had moved with shocking speed to a point directly between the Celestial Scythe and the jump point. Its entire forward array, a mess of cannons and launch tubes, glowed with malevolent energy. The last thing the Velt commander heard was the human voice, not over the channel, but through the universal translation of a targeted, narrow beam transmission directly to her bridge. "You should have run." The final sight on the viewport was not the flash of weapons fire. It was the complete, utter, and deliberate darkness as the human ship blotted out the local star, a perfect silhouette of angular, brutal intent before the light returned, amplified 1,000-fold by the energy of its barrage. Then there was nothing at all.